The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people does not consider.
Okay, right here. This is a prophecy. Anything that Most High prophecy will come to pass. No matter how he used people or means to make it happen, it's going to come to pass. And this Isaiah, now Isaiah was probably in the world living about 800 years before the time of Christ. So it's a long, long time. It's an old prophecy. He said, the ox knoweth his owner and the ass his master's crib, but Israel does not know. My people do not consider. When have these people never not known they was Jews? And if I ever told you you was African, if you was anything but an African, you would have never thought it was a Jew. Because I know never, he said my people do not even consider. I would have never considered being a Jew if I wasn't African. Never in a million years. Never. But the most high word going to be the truth. You know what I'm saying? All the time. Okay, so right now we're going to go back to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 45 and 46. We're going to be somewhat in the book of Deuteronomy for a second because that's where most of the curses that will affect our people. But I'm trying to, after we get through the first half, we're going to get into them. Right now we on us. We're going to get into them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 45 through 46.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, 45 and 46. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed.
Hold on right there. Now he said these curses don't overtake thee until you be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? It's no secret that the 400 years of slavery that our people went through here, we've been destroyed after that. It ain't been no unity. Ain't been no unity. These people tight like this. They keep all their money together. They only let their people marry other people. They're so-called Jewish. You know what I'm saying? These people are not destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And furthermore, they only went through 4 years of oppression. Now, I admit it's a terrible atrocity that happened to them. You know what I'm saying? But what happened to them was just outright murder. You know what I'm saying? And it lasted for 4 years, from 1941 to 1945. The Most High said these curses forever. I'm tired of y'all. Catch these curses. He's not playing with us. You know what I'm saying? So, read, go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead and keep reading 45 and 46.
Because thou hearest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee.
Okay, stop right there. And he said this don't happen to you because you didn't adhere to the commandment, because you disobeyed what he said do, because you disobeyed this book, his law, the 10 Commandments, and all the other over 100 ones that he gave her, because we've been disobedient. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and keep reading.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign, and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
He said, these curses shall be upon thee for a sign. You know what I'm saying? What's a sign? If I take stop off that red stop sign, people ain't gonna know to stop there, is they? If I take that little bus off the bus stop, you ain't gonna know that's a bus stop, is you? But if I put that stop on there, you gonna know that that's a stop sign. If I put that little bus drawing on there, you gonna know that's a bus. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying, whoever is under these curses, this is how you gonna know you Israel. This is the only way. You're not going to be called a Jew no more. You're going to be a byword, an astonishment. You're going to be scattered all around the world. You're not going to be a nation no more. But whoever suffer under these curses, this is going to be a sign and for a wonder, like, wow, what happened to them? This is for a sign. And the important thing is he said this, upon thy feet forever. 1948, they stuff was over with. They got their own little country. They've been like 4 wars, won all the wars. They control the money. That's no secret. What curses is they suffering from? What curses is they suffering from? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and read 32 chapter. Go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32. Let's go forward a couple chapters. Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 26.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 26. I said, I would scatter them unto corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among them, from among men. Were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, our hand is high, and the Lord has not done all this.
So right here, the Most High, he said, I'm going to scatter them into corners, like the four corners of the earth. I would make the remembrance of them to cease among men. You would not, whoever these Jews are, would not be remembered as Jews no more. They would not be remembered as the nation of Israel no more. These people, since we've been alive, and you can go back hundreds and hundreds of years, but it stopped at 1100 AD. You can get on Wikipedia and type in Ashkenazi Jew, and it'll tell you their history started in the 11th century AD in Germany. But the Bible says clearly that the Jews existed thousands and thousands of years before Christ walked the earth. But their history as being known as the Jews go back to the 11th century AD in Germany, and back then they were only known as 3% of Jews. And that's because they were practicing the teachings. So that means there was 97% of other Jews out there, but it don't say where they at or who they is. And then it tells you that by 1930, they were 90% of the world's Jews. So if this 3% in 1100 AD by 1930 was known as 90% of the world's Jews, what happened to the other 97%? Where they at now? You know what I'm saying? And the Most High, he wants you to know that he did this. You know what I'm saying? He said, were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely. The people who physically did this to us, thinking that they did it on their own. He said, and say that our hand is high, and the Lord not done all this. So the Most High let you know, he had this done to punish us for being sinful. So that's the point. The point is, you got to come out of the world. You know what I'm saying? We not this not. I'm not Joyce Myers. I'm not Paula White. I'm not T.D. Jakes. This is not the theologian church. We don't judge nobody. You know, the scriptures say, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Everybody got their own demons to face. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel like, oh, I ain't right. I ain't going to come to class until I get right. But let me share a little secret with you. You can't get right. Everybody can't get right from life. God don't get you right. You cannot. Look, if you could get right by yourself, you would never need to come. You got to come while you're still selling dope, while you're still sleeping with women, while you're still doing all the wrong. Keep coming, and start reading. And the Most High put that guilt on you so thick, you'll start dropping stuff. Dropping stuff. And eventually, your load going to be lighter. But you always going to have a few pebbles on you. You're going to fight. And later on, you might find out that something else can hop back in your bag that you dropped. But you can't give up. Because he say, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. So nobody is saved. The church teaching, oh, I got baptized, I'm saved. You hear people say that all the time. No, you're not. Shall be saved. Like we shall go to the store tomorrow, but it ain't tomorrow. We ain't went yet. Nobody's saved yet. That's not what the scriptures say. Shall be saved, like will be saved. He who endured to the end, which means you got to fight to the end. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Where was we at? Okay, we're gonna go now into Psalms 83, and we're gonna figure out just what happened to our people Israel. Everybody turn to the book of Psalms 83.